Doing good can make a profit. This presentation will show some innovative ideas that are available for companies to get involved, do a social good, plus have some financial gain at the end of the day. Transformation Chamber is a communication agency that specializes in developing products that are both economically and socially profitable. So if you want to know a little bit more about our business model, you can click on the link in the PowerPoint and you can see a video of our business model. So our belief is that profit occurs when the value that you receive is greater than the resources expended. So our definition of value or profit is not limited to finances. So we see profit in several ways. We offer social and cultural value to the region. So our initiatives that we have are all about bringing social and cultural value to the region. Also, we believe that we can increase or add value to businesses by increasing social capital. A lot of business invest or are skeptical to invest in social type initiatives, especially in this recession, because they do not know what type of return on investment they will get. I'm sure most businesses can recall some investment in or donation to some social initiative that they really felt that was a waste of time. The projects that we are offering are award-winning projects in many instances, and also they have been certified by the Artist Registry, which is an arm of the Ministry of Culture, as being something that is contributing to the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. Being involved with programs like that would allow individuals to get that social capital that they would see as valuable, because they can ride off the wave of something being done well. In addition to this, the people who will be executing have a track record, or you might know the company Transformation Chamber. The individuals who are behind the company have an excellent track record in delivery in the corporate world, and we want to bring that to social initiatives. In addition to the social value that we offer, as I mentioned a little while earlier, the project has been assessed by the Ministry of Culture, a special arm called the Artist Registry, and has been certified as a cultural project. What does that mean? This means that any company that invests or sponsor the production of these works will be able to get a tax allowance of 150% of their investment. Also, we want to create new audiences and markets for our partners. So in some instances, in all instances, we are creating networks. That is how most of our projects would be disseminated to the beneficiaries. We will help businesses form that connection with their target markets that we serve. A little bit more about the tax allowance approved projects. So as I mentioned, the projects have been certified by the Ministry of Culture. And what this means is that each project can attract $3 million of sponsorship by any one sponsor per year. And we have 4 projects that are approved for this program. So that is $12 million. Let me give you an example of how it could work. For example, if a company sponsors $100,000 within the production of the projects, when they are filing their taxes, they would be able to attach a copy of the certificate and would not taxes on 150%. we have the certificates, we have the information that your accounts department can verify. We have names of individuals, special individuals in the Board of Inland Revenue that are responsible for this particular area, that we can give to you, that you can call and verify the information and verify how much of the tax allowance you'll be able to claim. These are the 4 projects that are approved for the tax allowance. So we have Cocoa-Tea, We to Blame, WeLife, and Tanos. So Cocoa-Tea is targeted to ages 5+ and will teach good social values as well as Caribbean culture in a fun way. So we have book apps, printed activity books, animations, e-learning and in-class courses, branded items, and posters. So if you need to get an overview of what Cocoa-Tea is about, you can click the links in the PowerPoint. And so we have an example of the book app, a demo of it, and we have an example of an ad giving an overview of the project. WeLife would be a repository, and it is intended to store, access, and market Caribbean content digitally. A lot of times when you look for Caribbean content online, it is very difficult to find. But we want to solve that problem. It's a proliferation of foreign culture that you see, and the local culture that you see online may not be the kind of quality that you might want to consume or be seen as a representation of our history and culture. So we have some demos that you can see. The link provided will give you an overview of what the WeLife would be about, and we have an explainer video. Right, We to Blame. We to Blame is an environmental awareness video series that the main message is that the state of our environment is our responsibility and that we each have a part to play in its preservation. It'll be a social commentary narrated by 2 animated Kobos. We have activity books and interactive books. We have school caravans and competitions. So you can get a little overview of the We to Blame project by clicking on the link. And Tanos is an animated motion comic series. It's a tale of adventure and seeks to reinvent some of our traditional folklore characters. So this one is a different kind of slant. It's more an entertainment kind of piece, but it's still dealing with our history and culture. And it will be a web series. Also, we'll have it on demand on cable. And hopefully we want to make these with people such as Caribbean Airlines and Liat to have it on their aircraft as well. So our sponsorship packages. So the type of values that we'll be offering our sponsors, we have credit, written credit in productions, selected promotional materials, and on the websites and apps. Right, branding. So we will have opportunity to have logos on merchandise and on platforms such as apps and websites that we'll be developing and supporting materials. Advertising. Ad placement will be in supporting materials and on platforms such as the apps and websites. These are just a few examples of our sponsorship packages. So we have from zero come up. As we said, the idea behind these sponsorship packages is to add added value. Also, although we have the tax incentives and doing good already, we believe that we wanted to make it as attractive as possible for sponsors and investors to come on board. So you can have a look at some of these sponsorship packages. We offer certificates. So we have I just listed out a whole range of possibilities so that individuals will have a choice. Don't let it be overwhelming in terms of what are the options, but you can go through and we can even customize things. But I took this exercise to kind of help individuals visualize what are some of the benefit apart from the tax incentives and just the mere fact that you're doing good. Some of the things that could be additional value, right? So this is an example of how an ad might look like on a website. This is an example of how the sponsorship logo might look on one of the games that we might produce, right? So you can take your time and go through and select options that might be relevant to you. You have a lot of value for anyone coming on board. So this is how the Cocoa community might look like. So the next step of development. So June to September was fundraising. We started a little later than June, and the fundraising is still going on. So we want to see how fast we could wrap up the fundraising period so that we could see what type of funds we're working with to go forward. Then we have October to December would be production roadmap and also initial report based on funds and projections that we raised, and also we would have set deliverables. So you can see that we have a plan, and we have phases of reporting and production that is clearly mapped out. So what are the next steps? If an individual or a company would want to get on board, they will indicate the projects that they want to be involved in. They will determine their sponsorship contribution. They will indicate what sponsorship value types best suits their organization. They receive a sponsorship agreement. They sign the agreement and they release the fund. We want to do everything above board. We want to do everything in a way that we will build a partnership, a long-standing partnership between our company and your company. So thank you for your time. That is the presentation.